Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial is up 48. You get the Nasdaq down 58. S&Ps are up 4.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show here every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, you can come over, check out The Opening Call right here, right now. The way you do that, you go to TFNN. You're going to go to featured content. You're going to see our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, right on the left-hand side, opening call by Basil Chapman. And when you do sign up for this, you're going to gain immediate access, folks, to his two most recent webinars. The first one is going to be what he did is what's next in the marketplace. And then the second one is the Chapman tools that helped identify the market's last top and what to expect in this coming year. So you just hit that button right there. You hit subscribe. You can subscribe for 1 month at $121.8, 6 months at $595, which is a 22% savings, or a year at $995, which is a 35% savings. Check it out, folks, on the front page of TFNN. Basil Chapman, what's going on, brother?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good, thank you.
So
Interesting market, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be, after this close, this one's going to be an interesting one, man. I mean, you know, we'll see where the tech equities want to go.
You know, what's interesting, you know, in the Chapman way, we're always looking for that. Oh, I wonder if I got that chart up. Yeah, we're always looking for a peak D. That's the fourth highest peak from an identity. Oh, there you are. Let me just show this chart in case anyone's new to my work.
Yes.
So you try to identify a low bar, and then you merely count each successively higher peak. I alphabetize them. Uppercase letters on the way up, A, B, C, D, the fourth highest peak. It can go to E, F, and G, but D is where other things can happen. That's the most important thing about this, and it works in every time frame. In fact, you know, while I'm doing this, I'm going to show you something interesting. I say every time frame. Here's the 2-minute chart. You got a peak D right there. You got a peak D at 12:18, and you got pullback, then another peak D right there at about 13:50, at about 10 minutes to 3. So this is the way it works. You try to identify that fourth highest peak, and as I say, other things can happen. It can recycle higher. So the reason why I want you to bring that up is, in the Dow, we did that peaky. We went from a low at 21,712. That was on the 26th of December. Rallied very strongly. And we went to this peak this was, I think it was about the 15th or so of December. Then we went sideways. 3 days ago, we popped to another high. That went to an E, just a nominal new high. It's in what I call the Chapman inside track repellent zone. And at 24,860, we've kind of stalled, but we're holding the moving averages. The MACD and the daily chart on the left here is really good. Stochastics pulled back. It's still at 86%. That is strong. The weekly chart needs the MACD to cross positive. So I think until we can get to the 25,150 area, that MACD is going to be a question mark. What does it do? Well, it turns out that the S&P went to a peak C at 2675, pulls back for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. On the fourth day, it tries to rally above it. It fails. It makes what I call a peak C1, C2. That's like a phantom peak D. To say, okay, now you've got to be careful because it acts like a D. So what you see, we've pulled back, a little gap, an island reversal, but it's still holding very well. You know, the S&P is down 4.94 right now. The Dow's up 47. I like the fact that Triple M is acting well. But now here's the thing. Look, the QQQ, peak D at 166.02, and it's stalled. IWM, fourth highest peak D at 147.92, stalled. But all of them are holding pretty well. So I agree with you. We're right here, kind of on the cusp. But I think that from the automated Chapman wave projections of resistance that I have on my charts, I'm looking at a lot of resistance above. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go choppy sideways for a little bit. Don't really break down. I think that's going to come sometime in February. And for the positions that I have for my subscribers, the same pattern that I'm talking about, either the cup or the V-shaped pattern. Remember I spoke about Bank of America. We're in at about 24.5. It's trading right now at 29.43. Went to the peak D, it stalled at the top. There's that cup formation that I love to look at. We have another one, which is MJ, which is the MJ right here, which is the alternate harvest ETF, the cannabis, medical cannabis ETF, gone to a C. I'm still expecting a peak D. We're in the 29s. It hit 34 today, and right now it's 33.08. So this is going to be very interesting for me. We've got Walmart talking about a peak D. Walmart, we've got from the 92s. It hit 99 the other day. At what? The peak D, and there's this V shape or the cup formation stalling, and all of them are doing the same thing. So unless there's really a significant trigger to break decisively, as I say, Dow up in the 25,150 area or higher, S&P makes a new recovery high, QQQ gets on track. This is a very important moment, and we've had such a spectacular run from the lows that were made late December. You can expect a stalling right here, and that's what I'm expecting for subscribers. We just started to, I think it was Tuesday, a week ago, that we actually implemented our first series of shorts, and the down, you remember the down there, semiconductors dropped very sharply. We had to switch back to the long side straight after that because there was such a quick reversal. I'm looking at this and I say, you know what? Certain stocks are acting extremely well. Others have acted well. Now they're having a rest. And some are just lagging. I mean, Apple's in that category. Apple's a mature company. They have to come up with something spectacular now, or they have to say that the residuals that they manage to get every month from all the different services, that's really making them a lot of money, because I don't see it in the products. And look at the chart. I mean, this weekly chart says, hey, you could rally some, but you're going to have to do some more testing before you can really get going. So I'm going to be intrigued to see what happens with Apple, not so much with the news, what they say, and how the market reacts tomorrow morning at about 10 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Yeah,
there's no doubt. And, if you're watching Tiger TV, folks, okay, I have what Apple's looking for. So this is supposed to be the biggest quarter. I mean, they're looking for $84 billion in gross revenue. Wow. When you look at some of these numbers, however, the iPhone numbers flat out pretty bad. I mean,
they've been declining, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking at 2% growth. They're going to bank on their services. That's what they're banking on. That's growing at 25%. But picture this: their service revenue for the year was $39 billion. Their iPhone revenue is $164 billion. So
much bigger.
Yeah. It's a monster deal. And then when you get into China, bottom line is that they're contracting in China. They're contracting in iPads. They're contracting in iMacs. And so we'll see where it shakes out. It's going to be a big one though, because I mean, this week was the monster of the market, right? Of the NDX 100.
A lot of earnings. And I'm actually pleased to see that M it's just made a leg E.
Yeah.
And United Technologies, so M had a real nice session, up 3.25 today, and up 2 3/4 in United Technologies. That's this whole thing about rotation. If the cyclicals like United Technologies and M's can actually move higher very quietly, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
you can take the apples coming down a little bit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Well, then they're both of those have been going down for 6 months, so it's about time to get a bounce.
We do have the financials that have been working. That to me is very important.
No doubt. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go right into featured content. I see the opening call. You can have it for a month, 6 months, a year. And, of course, don't forget, every trading day right here, you can listen to Basil 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Basil, you have a great one, safe one, and stay warm.
Yes, thank you, Tom. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.